Mao Zedong. The name is synonymous with revolution, ideology, and the transformation of an entire nation. His words, immortalized in the Little Red Book, shape not only China, but also global political movements. But what did he truly believe? Was he a visionary leader or a ruthless strategist? A liberator or a dictator? His words preserved in history provide the answer. In this deep dive, we explore the most significant quotations from Mao Zedong, organized thematically, from his thoughts on revolution and war to leadership, class struggle, and the role of the people. Stay with us until the end, as we uncover the philosophy that built a nation and changed the course of history. The nature of revolution. Mao Zedong saw revolution as inevitable, a force that arises when the people recognize oppression and take action. His most famous words reflect this belief. A revolution is not a dinner party or writing an essay or painting a picture or doing embroidery. It cannot be so refined, so leisurely and gentle, so temperate, kind, courteous, restrained and magnanimous. A revolution is an insurrection, an act of violence by which one class overthrows another. To Mao, revolution was never peaceful. It was a violent struggle between the oppressed and the oppressors. He viewed it as a continuous process, not just a moment in history, but a necessity to maintain power and ideology. He further emphasized this in another famous statement: political power grows out of the barrel of a gun. This belief shaped Mao's military and political strategies, influencing not only the Chinese Civil War, but also his governance after taking power in 1949. But where did this radical ideology come from? To understand Mao's words, we must look at his early influences, his exposure to Marxist thought, his experiences in the peasant uprisings of China, and his disillusionment with traditional Chinese leadership. War and military strategy. Mao's theories on warfare were deeply rooted in guerrilla tactics and prolonged struggle. He believed that war was an extension of politics and that the people were the key to victory. He once stated, "The guerrilla must move amongst the people as a fish swims in the sea." To Mao, the support of the masses was the single most important factor in revolutionary warfare. His military strategy focused on blending in with the population, using hit-and-run tactics, and wearing down a stronger enemy over time. But this was not just theoretical. Mao implemented these strategies in the Long March, a grueling 6,000-mile retreat that tested the endurance of his forces and solidified their commitment to the communist cause. He also viewed war as something that could not be avoided. "We are advocates of the abolition of war. We do not want war. But war can only be abolished through war, and in order to get rid of the gun, it is necessary to take up the gun." For Mao, peace was achieved not through diplomacy, but through conflict, a belief that shaped China's stance in the Korean War, and later in border disputes with the Soviet Union and India. His approach to war was both strategic and ideological. He saw it not just as a means to gain power, but as a tool to shape ideology and strengthen the revolution. The role of the people. Mao's philosophy placed great emphasis on the power of the people. He believed that ordinary citizens, not elites, were the true force behind history. One of his most famous quotes on this idea states, "The people and the people alone are the motive force in the making of world history." This belief led to mass movements like the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution, which sought to mobilize the population to reshape Chinese society. But Mao's trust in the people came with a condition: they had to be ideologically correct. He warned against revisionism and counter-revolutionaries, stating, "To read too many books is harmful." Mao feared that intellectuals and scholars could be corrupted by Western or bourgeois ideas, which is why the Cultural Revolution targeted academics and professionals. His distrust of intellectuals led to mass purges, re-education campaigns, and forced labor programs, which caused widespread suffering. Yet Mao's idea of the people's power also led to major infrastructural projects, literacy campaigns, and land reforms that transformed China's economy. Class struggle and communism. Mao believed that class struggle was a permanent feature of society, even after a revolution. He famously declared, "Classes struggle, some classes triumph, others are eliminated. Such is history. Such is the history of civilization for thousands of years." Unlike Marx, who saw class struggle leading to a classless society, Mao saw it as an ongoing process, one that had to be constantly reinforced to prevent counter-revolution. Another well-known quote emphasizes this point: "Wherever there is oppression, there is resistance." Mao's philosophy led to mass campaigns, purges, and ideological reforms, ensuring that his vision of communism remained the dominant force in China. His policies, such as land collectivization and state-controlled production, aimed to eliminate capitalist elements, but often resulted in economic hardship and famine. This struggle between idealism and reality remains one of the biggest debates surrounding Mao's legacy. Self-reliance and nationalism. Mao championed the idea that China should be self-sufficient and independent from foreign influence. He criticized reliance on Western powers and promoted a self-reliant economy with slogans such as, "We should support whatever the enemy opposes and oppose whatever the enemy supports." This declaration in 1949 marked the end of colonial humiliation and the beginning of a strong, independent China under communist rule. But did Mao's policies strengthen China or isolate it? His commitment to self-reliance led to strained international relations, economic hardship, and political purges. Yet it also set the foundation for China's later rise as a global power. Mao's enduring legacy. Mao Zedong's words have shaped the modern world in ways few other leaders have. His ideology built a nation, changed political landscapes, and influenced revolutionary movements worldwide. But were his ideas a blueprint for justice or a justification for authoritarianism? That remains one of history's most contested debates. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into history and political philosophy. Thank you for watching.